This is for the Maroons in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica. This is for all my Native American Moors of Turtle Island just minding their business in Canada until all this colonization bullshit.
Ronnie!
My bad, Auntie.
Chill, this is for now.
It's Mike Ross, also known as Mike on the Mic, the nation's sexiest comedian, the nation's #1 side nigga, and the nation's only stripper comedian. Ladies, I'll be touring and I'll be live in a city near you. Make sure you're in the building. Make sure you purchase your tickets. Don't miss out on another amazing sold out show as always. Looking forward to seeing you there.
And yeah, so.
Let's talk about your boy Vlad real quick, man, before we get up.
Oh, yeah, man. Wow.
So Taraji P. Henson, obviously, as she was promoting the Color Purple movie. Have you seen that?
Fuck no. You seen it?
Nah. I barely got time to see my eyelids, let alone that goddamn movie. But nah, so she's been on tour and she's been talking about speaking out against wages, in particular her wages and being paid unfairly in Hollywood and things like that. And we've been having a conversation about that. But your boy Vladimir, hip-hop's pioneer and hip-hop's main leading man when it comes to media, said that she needs to stop complaining. I think he was talking to Matt Hoffa while he said it. She needs to stop complaining. She lives in a $6 million house. She needs to stop doing this, doing that. And anytime he says something, it makes us kind of looking like, man, who the fuck are you to say anything about what we got going on?
Right.
And a lot of people were saying that on social media. A lot of people were taken back by his comments.
Yep.
But we're gonna do it like no one else does it and break it down. But what's your thoughts when you initially seen his comments and then the reaction after that?
It kind of, in a weird way, sounds like when we ask for reparations, it's like they either say, or you're gonna, spend all the money, or you already got this and you free and nobody's holding you in chains anymore. That's what it kind of sounds like, when in all actuality, I don't give a damn what type of house she's in. If she is in a $6 million home, maybe she could have been in a $40 million home. So if she's entitled to a certain amount of money and somebody gets ripped off from that a certain amount of money, then that's just what it is. It don't matter how she's living now. She could have been living better. And it's not just about her and how she's living. You, Vlad, I'm pretty sure, want to create generational wealth, right? So you're doing everything you can to milk as much money out of the culture as you can. So not just your good, your children's good, and you can have a long-lasting brand. So why can't Taraji do the same thing? Why we got to sit up here and say, oh, she why are you complaining when you live in a so-and-so house? Nah, that's not for you to say, bro. If it's her money and she had a situation where she should have got more money, then she's entitled to that money. So it sounds real colonizerish to me. And it just does. And it sounds like, the other part of this is like, we kept telling y'all, and Slim Thug even put a little comment, like I try to tell y'all, when you put these type of people in power, right? When you put these type of people in power, you really find out how they really feel about you. Yeah. And we keep going on there. Yep. We keep feeding the beast. Yep. We keep giving them the content. We're giving them all our stories. And in return, he's saying, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. East of Islam, forget y'all. I say what I want. If I'm wrong, I ain't apologizing. And we keep going back on there. Like, what the fuck is Math Hoffa doing on there? Why are these people still going on there if you keep disrespecting you? That's the problem with us. All we care is about the numbers, the glitz, the fame, this, that, and the third. He keeps disrespecting you and your people in your face. Jewish people wouldn't stand for that shit. No other group of people would stand for that. They'd be like, nah, we ain't dealing with that dude. He's done. Put him on the ban list. We keep running back like fucking slaves, man. It's silly as hell to me. But am I really mad? I'm not mad. I'm just a little, perturbed at this moment. Because we said this for years. Y'all keep going back. What the fuck you arguing with him for about? We shouldn't even be on there, Math. Shouldn't even be on there. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it.
Arguing with him on his platform, feeding him millions of dollars so he can continue to disrespect. Right. First, let me go on him first. The nerve of this dude to feel like he has any. Don't count nobody's mother effing pockets.
Right.
First off, nobody's counting yours. Don't count nobody's pockets. How dare you say she's living in an X amount of money house? She should be grateful. Motherfucker, are you grateful? Right. Motherfucker, are you worried about if you got 6, ain't you trying to get 10? If you got 10, ain't you trying to get 12, 15, 20?
Right.
Why not? Because you understand that with that type of wealth, feed your family and your generations for years to come. So Taraji don't deserve to do that.
Word.
Other people in Hollywood don't deserve to do that.
Word.
F you for having the gall and having the audacity to think that you can even say that. But when I see a Lunel, when I see a Bootsy, when I see a fucking Matt Hoffa or a D.L. Hughley with that dumbass look on their face every time they sit on the thumbnail, while they allow this dude to disrespect, all because he slides them a check, and now it's been confirmed. It's not just hearsay anymore. We've been talking about it for years, the payola that goes on within this hip-hop media game.
Yep.
But now that it's been confirmed, because he's came out and admitted, I forgot who he talked about. He tried to give hundreds of thousands of dollars to or something like that to go and sit on this couch.
OJ?
Was it? Yeah, it was OJ.
Right.
He came out and told us.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that all these people that go on his platform respect him? Y'all sitting there with that dumbass look on their face because you got respected? No. You sitting there because he handed you a check, you in it for the bag, F the culture, and then I'm going to sit back and argue with him and make me feel like I've got some type of moral country that I'm representing for the culture when he handed you the money and you giving this dude content. And then on top of that, the sad thing is you got other people that run to him like he's hip-hop's motherfucking Oprah. And they can't wait to sit there and talk to his B or C level type interviewers to just be on Vlad's couch. He got us by the balls.
Yeah.
By the balls.
Yeah.
Because years and years ago, he did not feel as comfortable talking about this type of stuff or being as vocal. It probably felt that way, but he didn't feel comfortable saying that. He wasn't out here talking about this on a microphone when Rick Ross was beating his ass and he was starting out with Vlad TV. It wasn't this kind of conversation, this kind of talk, but got him a wife that's our color and thing. And now he think he's hired into even a black man. And I'm going to say whatever I want to you mother effers. You're not going to say nothing because guess what? When I sign a check and y'all see Vlad TV on it, you're going to cash it, deposit it, and you'll be sitting your black ass right on this couch listening to me say whatever I want about y'all. And you can argue all you want because I'm going to post it. You niggas are going to watch it, and you'll be back. And we've done it. It's our problem. We've opened the door for this vulture to walk in, sit in our living room, take our shoes off, drink our juice, eat our piece of chicken, and tell us what we want to do in our house.
Woo!
It's our fault.
Yeah. And I like the fact that you called out the names of the people, because at this point they some silly Negroes, man, sitting up there. And I don't care who's offended by this shit. I don't care. I don't care how big the check was. Like, and there's other platforms out there that's carbon fucking copies of this nigga right now that you can just go to if you really want to deal with somebody black, right? There's so many different alternatives, but you niggas is so fucking weak, so weak that y'all keep going back because he give y'all a little check. That's one of the reasons why we don't have no unity. I mean, this dude went against the Nation of Islam, pretty much said, F you. Y'all gonna come back. I don't need the nation, whatever. These other, they coming back. And y'all came back. Shout out to Godfrey, shout out to Lord Jamar.
Yep.
They stood their ground for years.
And probably took a big hit from that.
Probably, you know it.
Yep.
I'm sure Lamar left a few $100,000, that's $1 million on the table. I'm sure Godfrey as well, but they moved on and they stood on principle. So I gotta salute them two brothers. But for the other ones who didn't stand on principle, it's like, we know some personally that float between platform and shit like that. And I get it. Some of them are compromised or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it's some silly shit, man. And then it's like, we got to stop treating each other like shit, too. We got to stop treating each other. We can't go on there dressed as our best. Makeup on, buying new clothes, jewelry, getting your hair fucking dead. And come on a black platform in a motherfucking a house gown without brushing your funky ass teeth. That's straight disrespectful to different platforms, yo. Showing up late, saying you're gonna come, don't show up. Stop disrespecting our own people. We need to have love for each other, man, and respect one another. That's all I gotta say about it, man.
And then how much does it cost to share, to repost?
It's another thing.
To represent. Y'all can't wait to go and run and repost and share his stuff because you think his ice is colder than the next man's ice. But at the same time, when it comes to a black, and we ain't just talking, please understand, we're not just talking about us. We've seen this shit happen so many different times to good, independent black platforms that have put their own money up, pay for their own equipment, their own lights, paying their own electric bill, their own rent, all that shit. And it's constantly a shit show where we pull our pants down and shit on our people simply because, wow, we're not getting the same amount of check, we're not getting this, we're not getting that. It's insane. Now, and I'm not talking about every media because some media got to do better for its people as well. But there's some media outlets out here, independent, that lay out the red carpet for their people because they understand the importance of it and will do whatever it has to do to make sure that their guests are comfortable and they're right. But that don't matter. That don't matter one bit, because when you got the Shade Rooms and the Hollywood Unlocks and all these other major black media conglomerates that go ahead and grab Vlad's shit, and I don't know if they're on the payroll too, and share it and do all this stuff and turn these people into who they are, it's hard to complain about it when we've turned these very people into the monsters that they are, man. So I'm almost kind of tired of hearing it.
Yeah, real shit.
I really am. Like, at this point, it's bigger than Vlad. We've created it. Yeah, he definitely has some audacity, but if we continue complaining about him and not get into the source of why he's even the person he is today, we just going to continue just to ramble and run our mouth, man.
Yeah, and I know I hate to have to talk about it again, but it was an issue that had to be talked about.
Yeah.
You know, with this, and you made a good point as far as, like, I get it. You got some platforms that's janky, like you were saying.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
But then you got others that will fly people in. We'll give you anything you want. You want food. We've done it for people. You know, we've people driven in, whatever they wanted, whether it be Casamigos, chicken wings, weed, whatever the hell they wanted. You know, roll the red carpet out, you know, for them. Don't talk about this. Okay, we won't talk about that. Okay, we want it to be 30 minutes. Okay, it'll be 30 minutes, 15, whatever. Mm-hmm. And we've done that for people. So our reputation is pretty much, you know, in gold. People that have dealt with us know how we rock on our platform, but it's bigger than our platform at the end of the day. Right. You know, there are other platforms that I'm sure do the same thing. So at the end of the day, let's start respecting one another. Let's start, you know, helping one another, because all the views that you take over there, you could take it to another platform and help them grow. Mm-hmm. But then again, it's the selfishness, and it's all about you and your brand, right? I know.
That's the foundation of what we got. And to bring it full circle to kind of end the conversation, when you talk about Memphis, when you talk about Diddy, when you talk about this, it all goes full circle on we'd rather eat our own children, eat our young, eat our youth, as opposed to building them up. We'd rather talk shit on a white man's platform or another platform because it seems popular, and show that we're so against the grain of our people that we'll go over here and be an influence, and then we wonder why we out here killing each other. Then we wonder why we got so much self-hate toward one another. Yeah. And we wonder why in this media game we can't support one another and sacrifice a $30,000 check to build this brand up and be side by side with this brand. Or you got other podcasts talking about how they now major networks, low-key still working under somebody else's conglomerate, somebody else's sponsorship, but they have to find themselves so ingrained in flexing on the next nigga, even though they 45, 50 years old.
Yep.
It's sad, man, and it all is full circle, and we got a lot of Band-Aids that we got to peel off and start fixing these issues, these deep-rooted wounds and issues that we have within this culture, man. And until we do, Vlad's gonna keep running his mouth, niggas gonna keep shining on one another, and our kids gonna keep dying.
Yep, definitely. So yeah.